people you may or may not know yet. Some might be on Days of Our Lives, some may have been on General Hospital, and some may have come to be with them. And we are here in the City of Angels in San Fernando Valley at not at Samantha's Friends, at Henry's Hat. And these angels sitting at the table with Wally Kurth and Suzanne Rogers are raising money for Samantha's Friends. And Samantha's Friends is an organization fundraiser this time, I think, was for vets. Is that right? That's what I heard, veterans, okay. So these wonderful angels here, what's your name?
Angie.
And where are you from?
Colorado.
And this angel?
Kim from New Jersey.
And
Michelle from North Carolina.
all came because they bid on a lunch for some reason with the three of us. But I think it's really because of this person there. So, yes, exactly. And I also heard that this person, Wally Kurth, has a foundation named Kurth and Taylor Foundation. So not only does he play with his band, Kurth and Taylor, they raise money for various children's causes. And recently we're in North Carolina at your school.
Yes.
And what did they do at your school?
They donated OT equipment, occupational therapy equipment, to help support our students with special needs.
Yeah, the swing, it actually allows, it's sort of as part of their sensory diet. Some of these kids are ADHD and autistic, and a lot of them have sort of sensory dysfunction.
A lot of excess energy.
They need this equipment to calm themselves, and it's proprioceptive and vestibular that they sort of normalizes things for them. And so they really, it's an important thing. And some will come out of class and go just to the OT room just to sort of calm themselves. Like, you know, back in the day when someone with ADHD, my brother actually got taped to his chair. But instead, what he really needed was a break. He needed to go to the break room, you know, and just like swing on the swing and just get his, you know, get that energy out.
And you were saying that ADD kids are harder to spot because they're not as hyper, right?
Right. ADHD is much easier because they're running around or talking a lot or whatever. ADD kids are just very calm, sitting there. You think they're shy. You think they're just, you know, don't want to participate or they don't know the answer. So it's much harder to...
little world.
Right. They're in their own little world. It's much harder to diagnose someone with ADD than ADHD.
And you're a third grade teacher, so when teachers aren't angels, so you're an angel. And you were saying a lot about dyslexia. If you want to talk about
dyslexia, well, I still find it to this day, they don't have any tests to test children to find this. I wasn't diagnosed until I was 31 years old, and I thought I was just really not too bright. I thought that the gift that I had, my given gift was singing and dancing, because I was having a terrible time in school. And so I found out at 31 that I really wasn't that that I was just, it was one area that I was just not very good in, was math. And that I was talented in other areas, and thank goodness that was the area I chose to make my life in.
Thank goodness is right. We love you.
Thank you.
She's Maggie on Days of Our Lives. And Angie here was the one that raised her hand for the bid. And her name is even like an angel name. And she is an angel. We've been spending time with her. Thank you so much, and all the people that you're helping, you guys. And if you could say one thing that anybody, people that don't believe they can make a difference or maybe need some hope, what can each person do? Whether they're a child, an older person, no matter how much money they have or walk of life, what can one person do to make a difference in the world, make it a more positive place? Just off the top of your head.
To listen. To listen. As people say things, even if they're not speaking, their actions or their... I don't know. I just think listening is something we need to do more.
That's beautiful. Angie, do you have any thoughts?
I think, you know, just take an hour of a day and just
it's beautiful. That's true.
Just, you know, be helpful, and, you know, know, if someone's in trouble, just be there. I mean, like, so an older person trying to cross the street, or spend a day at a senior center.
Someone's nodding their head over there.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's, you know, just an hour a day will not hurt you. There's a lot of rewards in the long run.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. Thank you. That is so true. And you,
She took my responsibility.
you guys can say the same thing. I know when I work with kids, I go, she took my idea.
Volunteer time.
Volunteer
I work
time.
in a nursing home, and some elderly people don't get visitors at all. And just to spend, we have young kids from high school that have to do like community service, and they come in 10 minutes of their time or hour, and the residents are very happy. Very happy.
And you're one of those people. And hello there, Wally.
I think that if people realize that we're all in this together and that we're all really brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers and children, like if you really think of, you know, if you look at these older people as my grandparents, then you're going to naturally be there for them. And I think we all sort of separate ourselves from the world. Unless it's our family, we can't really reach out. Well, I think that that's wrong. I think everyone has to sort of change their perception and change their attitude. That the people that are in need are our brothers, are our sisters. So that's what I would do if I could say one thing and people could do one thing. Just change their outlook on how they look at people.
I notice you also make people laugh. That seems to help a lot. Wouldn't you all agree?
Yes.
Yes. And here you are with children. They're so lucky to have you. I've been getting to spend just a little time, and I already feel so lucky. What would you like to say about how people or teachers or anybody can make a difference?
As a teacher, at least in my experience with the inclusion classes that I do, is teaching students to have acceptance for people that are different through example. Which I try to do that. I mean, it's a big thing in my classroom is to teach the kids acceptance no matter what their differences are. So that's what I try to do anyways.
And giving back.
And giving back.
Her kids, her third grade class, every year for the last 6 years have raised $1,500, $1,600 every year, basically just collecting pennies and cans, aluminum cans.
Wow.
And they start at the very beginning of the year, September, and they have a goal. And every year they go out and they do it. And by May, they send a check to the Kurth and Taylor Foundation for this amount of money that just blows me away.
Oh my
It's
God.
terrific. And she's teaching that they can do it even if third graders can make a difference.
Yeah.
Kids can make a difference too. That's what you're
They
saying.
can.
Yes. And what were you going to say?
I was just going to say, you might be the only force in that child's life that day that was a positive one. You may be the only one because they may not get it at home, and they may not get it from other students or on their way to school, and you may be the only light that they have for that day. That's wonderful.
I don't know about you, but I remember all the teachers that really helped me. All of them.
And for me, it was always my grade school
Exactly.
teachers. I don't really remember junior high or high school.
I don't
You agree?
You really,
I don't
yeah,
either.
teachers in the grade school level have probably the most
Absolutely.
impact. I mean, I remember a third grade teacher.
I think that's a lot to do. We spend all day with the kids. In middle school and high school, you're going from teacher to teacher to teacher. I mean, I really get to know my kids.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I know their weaknesses, their strengths, their insecurities, that type of thing. So you really get to know them. And it's hard to say goodbye at the end of the year.
Exactly. You're an angel for sure.
Yeah. You all are angels. Thank you so much for inspiring other people out there to be angels. And I also want to give a shout out to Martha Madison, who helped host the Samantha's Friends event, brought us all together, and owns Henry's Hat. So please come to Henry's Hat on Cahuenga Pass here in the City of Angels. And thank you all for being an angel today. Say bye-bye. Be positive. Exactly. I have angel feathers for you too. Look at all the angels with their feathers. Yay. See, I told you you were angels. There's angels everywhere. All sorts of cities, exactly. We got Colorado, New Jersey, and North Carolina, and Montana, LA, and Virginia, LA. All right. Okay. Bye, you guys. Love you. Thank you for making a difference. A positive. Wave your feathers, angels. Yay! And you got someone, a companion dog too. Isn't that amazing in the process? I know your feathers look like little wagging dog tails, actually. Thank you, angels. There are angels everywhere, not just in the City of Angels. Thank you all so much.